What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kris, and today we're going to be looking at some really cool affordable lights from our friends at Betopper. This is the Betopper LM1915R, and you can already see one of the standout features of this light, the LED ring, the cool LED ring. We have one of these high, one of these low. We're going to run you through a lot of what they can do. So sit back, relax, enjoy, comment below, and let's check this thing out. If you are looking for a fixture that will get you great coverage, have some cool effects, give you multiple options, be inexpensive, and super lightweight, you might want to check these out. This is the Betopper 1915R. You have a red, green, blue, white 1915 watt LEDs. You have a zoomable fixture, so you have 60 degrees down to 8 degrees, which is very cool. You have a full 540 pan. You have a 270-ish tilt. I think it's a little less than 270, but if you're 15-20 feet from your dance floor on totems, you're going to do pretty good with the wash. And going into that spot effect, it's very cool and it's very easy to do. DMX, you're going to want to DMX these fixtures. They do have auto programs and whatnot, and we'll go ahead and turn those on at the end of the video. But you also have the independent control with DMX of the 1915 watt LEDs and this very cool LED ring. Now this is 66.2 watt LEDs. These are RGB LEDs, and you do have some preset macros when you're using DMX, so you can get this kind of cool, fun color changing. You can put on a handful of selected colors. You can color mix the red, green, and the blue to make the ring what you want, which is very neat. And you do have independent control with DMX channels. You have 15, 24, and 32 option with DMX. So you have the option of, I've got these on the middle one, so I can control this ring or this as one. If you go up to the higher channel, you can control outer ring, inner ring, center light, like that. You can't pixel map them, and some lighting geeks, semi like myself, might be a little disappointed in that, but most of us won't use it. I probably wouldn't use it either. I took them out once so far, and the 24 channel is more than enough just to separate the control from here and here. And I like using the macros that are in there unless I'm looking for regular colors or the colors that I set for like a ceiling wash or a floor wash or just nice slow movements. But other than that, some of the macros are really cool, and you can dim the whole unit even when you use those macros, which is cool. All right, so that really helps you from blinding people. Because in all reality, totems are cool, totems look nice to the eye, but if you have lights like this, the best option for you to do is to get them way up in the air and to be able to put them down so they're never directly shining at people's faces. Just the way it is. So you got to pick aesthetics or practicality and best usage of your lights. But I did use them on totems. I'll have a little clip of that. And I really like what you can do with these things. I mean, they're only 14 pounds, okay? So they're only 14 pounds, which is pretty amazing. And they're under 300 bucks, which is super, super cool. So I'm just gonna show you real quick, like how light these are. These are super light. It does come with a mounting bracket with quick locks. I wanna grab one of those for you because I've set them on the other side of the room. But it does have the quick lock mounting bracket. Basically on the back, you have your DMX in, out, and your PowerCon in and out. It comes with a PowerCon cable, and it comes with a DMX cable, and DMX cable is not the greatest, so I would use your own. Or what I'm doing here is I have wireless DMX dongles that I have that were aftermarket, whatever. Aftermarket, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't mean aftermarket, I meant inexpensive. Inexpensive DMX dongles wirelessly to my controller. So let's take a quick closer look at these and see a little bit of what they can do. They are fan cooled, and with the LED ring on by itself, that fan will never kick in. Once you turn on the 19 by 15 watt LEDs, that fan's gonna kick in, and in here it will sound kind of loud, which is pretty normal because it's gonna be on walls, ceiling, everything close. All right, I had them out. It was a kind of a barn-like venue, open on one side. I was against the wall on totems. Would have never known the fans were on. With the regular crowd noise and outdoor noise and whatever. Super hot out as well, so they handle the heat fine, which is very good. And let's show you some what they can do. You can see the purple and the blue, you can see the LEDs, very cool. I mean, you have full control over that. So if we don't want blue, we want green. And if we don't want these colors, we can change them all independently. Very cool. And we can go into the macros. So you can get stuff like this. You can change the speed of all these. So you can go very slow to very fast movement. And so we have fades. We can do the same with both things. All right. And so we'll have color fades with both. And then we have a master dimmer, which will bring everything up and down. We do have the zoom function. So you can see that goes in and out. And you go from that 8 degrees to mega 60 degrees, which is awesome. We're gonna keep it zoomed in so you can see it on here. And we can speed everything up. Super cool. We can change these macros to do many different things. Inside ring and outside ring. So we have all these cool things we can do. So you have this great look without blinding people. And obviously you have full movement. And you can see with the macros that you have that in and out movement of things. And you can change, like I said, you can change the speed of everything. You have in and out and in. You have big fades, many different color changing. These are all preset macros. And like I said, you can change the speed of them, so you get a whole lot going on. And then you can also strobe everything. And you can see I can strobe the outside ring. I can strobe the inside ring, but you have full strobing. And then you have multiple strobing. So you can strobe the whole thing together on its own separate control. Sweet, Caroline, very cool. These things are awesome, awesome. I like them. Hope you like that little light show I put together for you. Now I did have them both up on the T-bar, but I think they looked really good that way, and it was kind of the coverage and the movement I wanted, because I think in the long term I might try to get a really high T-bar or similar to hang these, because I really do think they look good that way. And at only 14 pounds, it's very easy to do. And to get them high and out of people's eyes, I think would be the best use for any lights. So totems, as much as I like them, I don't want to carry 8-foot totems or 10-foot totems with me, so I'm gonna look for a different option. But even on totems, from far enough away, being able to use the LED ring and use the spot and these, and being able to dim it completely down low, which is what I did at a gig recently. They looked really cool, and I got great coverage from, I was probably 15, 20 feet from where people were dancing, so it worked out really well. And it was one of those hot, sticky outdoor events, just a roof covering, open on one side. You know when you load in and you're sweating and you just never stop sweating? One of those gigs. So they held the heat, no problem, they handled it. You can hear the fans now, but at a venue like that or a normal venue, as long as it's not like a ceremony or just during speeches, you won't hear it, all right, once your music's going. But very cool, 14 pounds, less than 300 bucks, lots of options. Check the links below. Betopper and Amazon might have them on sale for Prime, so you might want to check that out too. But guys, my name's Chris. Hope you like this video. We'll see you real soon. Taking a little closer look at the display, we have your DMX modes right here. In your menu, you have your setup. I can't see where I'm. All right, so here we go. We have our setup, and if we enter, we'll see we have our DMX address. We have an encoder. We can reverse the pan and tilt. And we have our sound active, sound sensitivity, which is cool at 30 right there. We go back out into our menu. We have our modes. In our modes, we have our DMX. If we enter there, we'll see we have DMX, but we can change that to auto. I'm afraid to do this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, and so you're gonna see it's gonna just start doing some stuff all on its own and blind me most likely. But as you're gonna see, unless you have this set up in the center of a room, it's gonna go a lot of places you don't want, strobe, etc., which is normal. So I'm gonna get back in there. I'm gonna put it on the sound active mode right now. And it is going to, I'm gonna give it the taps. It's on 30 right now, so we can change that, but again, you're gonna get the strobes. As you can see, it's flashing really quickly on the wall. There's nothing going on. And now it's gonna go every which direction, which we don't really want. So DMX, 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 DMX. Okay. Put that back in DMX mode, and it's going to turn itself off and be nice and quiet the way I want to. And the fan's gonna shut off momentarily. Once it's like cools itself down, it knows what it's doing. And then down here we have our 15, 32, and 24 DMX channels. We're going back out to our menu. We have our manual mode. And what we can do with that is we can pretty much set this thing if we want it to be, we wanted the ring to do something, we could do that. So I'm going to just go down here and see. Let's see, we have our strobe, we have red, green, blue, white, mode. We can change pretty much everything. Here we back are in the red, green, and the blue. I'm gonna turn on the blue just for fun, and I gotta turn up the master dimmer. So I'm gonna enter that, and I'm gonna go back to the master dimmer, which is where, just to show you, there's the dimmer. And I'm gonna turn that on. All right. So we could go ahead and go through this and set it if we wanted to, if we just wanted a stagnant pattern, or basically a color. So if you just want to use this kind of as you could use it as an uplay you want, or kind of a ceiling wash, stage wash, whatever. Just turn it on, set it, and do something if you wanted to. So I just want to show you that, and I'm going to turn this off. Gotta press enter, but we could go into the mode too if we wanted to. And if we just wanted to set this up just like we're doing DMX, but all we could do is set it once and kind of leave it. So if we wanted to do this, get this little kind of cool little chase pattern going on around the ring. You probably can't even see it that good because the camera light settings. If you ever shoot lighting, it's very hard to get things set right so you can see them just right. But anyway, we have a cool pattern going on here with the LED ring, which is very cool. And so you have that option. We're gonna get out of there, go back into our menu, our display. We can change that, invert it, whatnot. Information factory. So that's pretty much all you need to know about that. I'm not going to show you the sound active because, again, it's going to go everywhere, and you only have the settings to turn it on, turn it off. You can have audio sensitivity, but practical use, it's not practical unless you can hang it dead center of the room and point it down. That's my 2 cents about that. So other than that, I'm gonna stand up now because my legs hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna.